Boom, recording in progress.
Boom. Here we go.
Well, welcome everybody to this open
Hello.
Zoom meeting. Gilan, Garrett, man, you're looking sharp, nice, fresh haircut. Judith, outside, love it. Rosa, shining, booming. Tony, Michael, my brother. Albert, nice to see you. I saw Jan also, but I don't see him here. Anyone see Jan? I put him in the.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Okay, anyway. Well, this is it, seeing some familiar faces. Nice. Here there's a curiosity. What's up with everybody, so to say. I cannot say there was a real interest, to do the Zoom. It was like, I have nothing to say, it's just this. And this includes just having no clue to what to say. Like Garrett was mentioning, the finger going to football, innocently. And, this was just, let me sit on the couch and watch TV, no Zoom tonight. And at the same time, there was, well, okay, let's do the Zoom. Let's see what happens. Anything may happen, maybe will be fun. And maybe somebody else who has a lot to say or nothing to say, or we're just going to sit in silence and just stare at each other and give compliments how beautiful everyone looks. Which is this too. I mean, so to say, there's just simply what 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 is happening, right? Having an interest to do the Zoom, it was just coming out of nowhere, we can say here, so to say. There was once a decision to do Zoom meetings on Tuesday, and yeah, it feels like, well, this is it. Um, this neediness to do it, so to say, for no one. I mean, there's no one being needy. This neediness is just declining, and we can say there's even a seeing that this neediness to do a Zoom meeting is declining, but that seeing is not seen by something separate, there's just seeing or recognizing that there's not so much interest anymore. But there's no separated recognizer that there's not so much interest anymore. It's just natural, being hyped up to do a Zoom and then suddenly, not so much.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Um,
Thanks for the openness. I
yeah,
can sense this. Since we are in touch quite intensively, I could see this in a way coming. But of course, you don't know. Maybe tomorrow it's the other way around again. And there are a lot of things going on. And yeah, it's what it is. It's simple. It's just simply how the cookie crumbles.
yeah, yeah, this may just change from having an
Yeah.
interest, to do two talks, and then suddenly, well, not so much interest. Like Garrett was saying, I think it was 2 weeks ago, the finger is moving to the football instead of to the meeting, it's just, and here we are again, Garrett. I mean, yeah.
The football season has ended now. So it's another chance to be back.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, beautiful. Yes, totally. No, there's not much. I mean, in a way, you're saying, well, there's no football. There's not so much interesting. So let's check this out. This is what there is. So let's go.
Well, sweethearts in the Legion, when there is now so much work over there and less energy and capacity for this, we just let Garrett speak. You will simply offer the space for this beautiful friends meeting here, and yeah.
I
Yeah,
usually I attend the Zoom now and again if the wife tell me to do it. She likes to watch her programs on the And she doesn't do the UFOs anymore, but she started watching these Bigfoot. You know that thing about the what do you call it? The abominable something. I can't forget the name of it. You know that thing? Monster in Tibet or wherever it is. Can't say the word. Since I
Yeah.
had stroke, I can't say the words. How do you say the abominable?
L'abominable homme des neiges.
Whoa. That's a mouthful.
No, there's a proper name for it, isn't it? The abominable Snowden.
Bigfoot. Yeah, l'abominable homme des neiges. In French.
What is in English that?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's Abominable Snowman.
Ah, that's it. That's
Ah,
it.
abominable.
That should carry on for a few weeks, so I'll be.
So you will attend.
I imagine, yeah.
Oh.
Xander, keep the show running for a few weeks.
You know, I mean, yeah, it's so innocent, you know, and here there's just, I mentioned this, so to say, here there's just a love, you know, to hear the story, so to say, Garrett, you know, there's really an interest arising. Well, what is Garrett going to say, you know? So innocently, is he talking about his wife hitting him with the pan, or that there was no toilet? You know, it's just so beautiful. You know, there's just a love to listen to the whatever comes up, so to say. It's always just whatever is happening. It doesn't need to be perfect, or you know, it's just what is. Last week, you know, we had Mark crying. You know, God damn, just a full-grown man crying. Yeah, that's it. Crying is it too. It's not always like flowers blooming and no, just simply whatever is happening. I see you nodding, brother.
Yeah, beautiful. Enjoying the show.
What a show, right?
Yeah, get the popcorn.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's everything. It's everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's everything.
Yeah, and you know here, so there's also you know, there seems to be less tolerance here for these types of non-dual one-liners. You know, which I would call flipping coins. You know, from real then to it's all a dream. You know, for me,
Yeah.
it's for me it's just flipping coins.
Yeah, no label. No label. What? Any label.
Yeah.
No label and any label. It's the same.
Yeah.
The
It's still
dream,
this.
I guess. Oops, sorry.
No,
No,
go,
yeah, no, go ahead, Geiling.
go ahead.
Just saying that the dream really is just about the separate self.
Yes.
It's a dream character. That's all.
Yes. Exactly.
Everything is as it is
Yeah.
for no one. That's it. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and no one was saying to Mark last week, well, Mark, you know, nothing is happening. You're not crying your eyes out. You know, it's just, you know, crying there's no one separated crying, so to say. I mean, there's just crying. There's no one in the body doing the crying, so to say. There's no one owning.
Tears are beautiful, though.
Yeah.
I love tears.
Yeah. And there's no one owning these salty drops running from a face. There's no one owning the salt water pouring out the eyes, you know? It's not owned by anyone separate. There's just salt water pouring
Yep.
from a face.
Yes.
And there's no need to make declarations like nothing's happening. Crying. That's what's happening, is crying or laughing. You know, it's very direct. Just what's the simplicity?
Yeah, having a bad day is just having a bad day. I mean, come on. Everyone can relate,
Yeah.
so to say, that, you know, there are better days and worse days. You know, what's the big deal? I mean, yeah, I
It's
mean,
not even bad. It's just what it is.
yeah, it's exactly, you know, it's just what it is. I mean, but even calling it a bad day or a good day is equally just what is. Yes, totally, you know. I mean, there's simply the directness of whatever is happening. Don, come on, not, whoa, you show your face, you know, don't hide in the dark, Don. I want to see the man there. You know, hiding in the darkest is too. No, but you know, it's just simply the directness of whatever is happening, and you know, there's no one owning it. There's no one owning the sadness or the happiness. There's no one doing the happiness, no one doing the sadness. It's just tumbling down, you know. Even identifying with the sadness as it's my sadness or it's my happiness is just innocently this already.
Yeah.
There's no one doing any identification, so to say. And there's nothing wrong with identifying or not. It's equally just what is. So anyone want to share? Gilan, maybe you had a meeting right now. You before we started recording, you said it was like spontaneous, right? Because you didn't do a meeting for some time, and then suddenly, probably there was the idea. Well, let's do a meeting, right?
Yes, at 10:30, I just sent a link. I have many email addresses, and I sent that for noon at my place and 6 p.m. in France. Or so I sent the link, and we were just a little bunch that was very cute. It's been a while since I've done a Zoom meeting. Sometimes it's like if you don't have an inspiration to say just fresh, something fresh, I just dropped it for a long 2 to 3 months, I think. And now it's back. I don't know if it will stay, but I had something like, I felt like doing it, so I did it. And it was very, very nice. The way I presented this time is like, let's say that we are, it's, you know, when people are just not really intelligent, you know, just a little less, okay? I propose to be like kids, like just no university diploma, we don't know time, we know nothing. That's what I proposed. And just to see what it is, not what we think it is, what we know or anything. So I just to give a direct, you know, this is it. There's nothing other than what is. It's
Yeah.
not something that you to be understood. This is just this.
Yes.
So our reference to something else, it's made up. That's okay. It's happening all by itself, but it's made up. And the one that think that has all these ideas and knowledge and everything is made up too. So no problem with that, but this is not what it is. It's not, it's like your face now. I'm seeing your face. That's it.
Yeah, beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. So nothing is really happening in that sense that if you cut all the stories and knowledge about anything and anything, it's just this. It's pretty
Just,
simple. And something else seems to appear and it's go on and on by itself.
you want to wave to everybody, Tony, or you want to say something?
Yes, I like a lot this. Let's try to be little kids with a little bit of intelligence. Only
Yeah. We didn't learn time yet. We don't know what time is it.
Wow.
It is and everything.
we know nothing, and any word is welcome. Well, right now I'm seeing a lot of little pictures, little faces, and we pretend that we know that one belongs to here, but it isn't like this. We may be each one. We don't know what this picture is going to say, or this one, or this one. We are both, all of them, and neither at the same time. And this is amazing.
There's only this.
Yes.
You're not in the picture. That's so funny. It's like the body. We know we have a body. We don't always feel there is a body. It's not there really. It's just
Boom.
boom. Yeah.
Yes, it's just boom, buddy, boom, boom, boom. What else?
Well, you know, the funny thing is, like, if we don't, you know, there's no time at the same time, just clicking at 11 p.m. to join a meeting and looking what time it is.
Mhm. Yes, it's useful, but it doesn't say anything about anything. It doesn't say anything real. There's no, you know, your face,
yeah.
I know what is your face is, but I know nothing really but your voice, the sound of your voice and how you look right now. Everything else that I may imagine is not real. It's just, it's all knowledge. It's not.
Well, you know, I mean, it's funny, you know, when people say, well, I don't know anything, you know, I don't know anything, and then at the same time, that's just another knowing that you don't know anything or that there's nothing to know, right?
It means that there is no knowledge, real knowledge. It's not known. It's just in your face. It's just, it eats you. But you come back and say, oh, I know, we are on Zoom now and you are in Stockholm and Michael is, it's all knowledge. It's just fantasy. It's not real. It's not sensed. It's in the mind or in the.
well, it's funny because it sounds like knowing, right? It's in the mind, so it's.
Yeah, but nothing can be known. I don't know you. I can't. I just see how you act, you know, a bit. I don't know. You know, and nobody. You just it's just in your face, and it's beautiful. You don't need all the supposition. I don't know. Suppose things are pretend to know things, and maybe he's like that. I know him. He's like that. It doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything, or it doesn't mean something. At the same time, it means something, you know, it means something and it means nothing. You can say it at the same time. At least there's an idea that there's nothing, that nothing is known, or that nothing can be known.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit both and neither, right? I mean, when I give you, when you loan me $30 and I give you 20 back, you say, well, where's the other 10? So you know the difference between 20 and 30. And
Yeah, it's useful.
there's nothing, yeah, there's no, so yeah, so there seems to be practical knowing in a way. So
No one knows that though. It's just
well,
knowing. It's not,
yeah, that's that. But the funny thing is, no one knows that. It's just a so-called knowing again. You know that no one knows that. Who knows that no one knows that?
because there is no one. It's just mechanism. It's just knowledge. It's just like if I'm go in your country, I don't know what your dollar worth. It's not known. Your device, not dollar, but you know,
Crowns, yes.
the thrones.
Crowns, Swedish crowns, yeah.
Throne, like.
You know, but here there seems to be, you know, this so-called one-liners. Well, not, you know, when I hear people saying, well, nothing is happening, you know, it becomes boring, you know, because
I know what you mean, but it's not alive when it's said like that. It's not happening. It's already there,
yes.
and we don't know where it begins and ends. It's like that's all. Knowledge is just useful. You know, you decide to put the
So there is
Right.
knowledge, so there is knowing, which is useful. So
yeah.
yes, okay, so here we go. So there is knowledge, there is knowing, which is useful.
Yeah, but there's no knower.
There's no knower, exactly. There's no separated knower, but there's definitely knowing. You know,
It's
there's no,
not known really. It's not really known. What
oh,
is
it's not,
that?
well, it's not unreal known. I mean, what is it then? It's not unreal known. So here, for me, so to say, there's knowing. You know, there's just knowing that there's, you know, if it's real or not real, it doesn't matter. There's knowing that there's talking right now, but there's no separated knower. You know, it's just knowing is, there's nothing fancy about knowing, you know, or not knowing. It's just simply what is, knowing or not knowing. But when it comes to, you know, these absolute, you know, I hear too much absolute claims. You know, nothing is
Yeah.
known. You know, it's just another absolute claim. Nothing is real. So we move from everything is real to nothing is real. Suddenly it becomes the new norm. Oh, nothing is real. You know, it's all a dream. Who knows that? You know, these absolute statements, for me, it becomes just, you know, you cannot escape with non-dual one-liners, you know? You
No,
can say
no.
nothing is happening, but it doesn't prevent you from wiping your ass when taking a dump at the toilet. You know, it's just simply, you cannot escape by throwing a bunch of non-dual statements. It's, you know,
Body knows what to do when it's hungry. There is something like, you know, happening in that way, but it is no one's. And what we think, you know, about the world, it's a total fantasy. We know nothing about anything in the mind. I
In the
don't
mind.
know what is a dog. I couldn't say really what
Hey,
is a dog.
Guyleen, did you say in the mind?
well, a dog is a dog. Galeen, let's get
It's like
real.
knowledge. I don't know. Yeah, dog. You see, you can do a puzzle. This is a dog. Okay, this is a cat. This is a cow. But
Yeah, but
this and the cow is totally different. So this kind of knowledge is useful just to recognize things, but it's not knowing in the sense of really know what is a cow or a cat.
No, but it doesn't matter, right? But you say a cow is not a dog, so that's the knowing that there's a difference between a cow and a dog.
Yes,
You know,
it's useful knowledge, connaissance. It's not the known like you. It's different than the intimacy of what is that cannot be described. I think that's what they mean, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, no label. No label can nail it.
No, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
So
I get what you're pointing at, Guyleen. And
words are very poor to,
yes. You know, and it's not, I understand totally what you're saying, but it's not what I mean. What I mean is just bluntly throwing around certain types of absolute statements, you know.
yeah,
You know, like you said, there's practical knowing, you know, it's practical.
yeah,
You know, we don't have to hide that it's practical to know. There's a certain type of knowing how to put food in your mouth. If it's real, if it's ultimate knowing, it doesn't matter. But there seems to be at least the idea that there is the knowing of how to put food in the mouth and how to do work and all these types of things. You know, we don't have to wipe it away with so-called jargon and say
no,
nothing is. You know, that in that sense, I say this sometimes, these absolute statements
yeah.
are
I
becoming.
like radical non-duality, but I'm not using necessarily,
Yeah.
I don't do like I don't talk to you.
Right.
I don't do
Yeah.
that.
And
I
that
don't.
radical non-duality to me is a bit of a joke, if I'm honest, because so first there was non-duality, which means not two, right? Not two. But then they said, well, no, there's something where we're really serious that it's not two. We're not messing around. It's radical non-duality. So really, I mean, come on. These are all just fancy labels. Every one of them. Have at
Oh
it.
yeah.
You know, why
Yeah,
not?
of course.
But it
Yeah.
never gets anywhere. So you can say, like Sander was saying, is and isn't. Seems like you get somewhere, and yet at the same time,
Yeah,
it
I
never.
don't know. It depends, how words are like it's at each and every moment that things are said, because you cannot say the same thing over and over and over. It's alive, that is alive also. So it comes like, it sounds real in the moment, but it sounds good. I don't know. I lack vocabulary, but it seems to work in some occasions, and other time it's just ring like nothing. It doesn't mean anything. So if somebody is talking about that, repeating, all the time the same exact words without, this aliveness that comes with it, I guess it's like
Yeah.
empty. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to point out. Beautiful. These.
yes, I understand. Yes.
There's no ultimate knowing. I mean, you know, there's no
No.
one able to step out of this, you know, and hold it and measure it and know what the hell is going on. At the same time, there seems to be practical knowing about how to go to the toilet.
And it's a miracle how it works. The learning of those things, and it's all done by itself. And
Yes.
so that's a miracle also, that we can have those, do things like very spontaneously, because we learn how to do 2 + 2 = 4. It's useful.
Yeah, it's useful. Well, it's very useful. Yes. You know, and
Yeah.
there's nothing dirty about it. You know, it's practical. You know.
I think it's a direction to just forget about everything you know and just this is it. It's a strategy, let's say, to just bring the so-called person into this. This is not something, it's everything, and it's not clear what it is exactly. It's just whoo. So maybe that's why the invite is to forget about knowledge. It's only the unknown. But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Sometimes it's yeah.
that's the funny thing, Guyleen. There's already no one to forget about anything.
No, that's not really done like that. So nothing is wrong either, good or bad. It's what it is, and there's so many. This is fucking a garden with very strange flowers on them. You know, in that in French it's totally different, and we are called the non-dualists, and some others are absolute, only the absolute, and it's all kind of things.
Yes.
So I don't give a shit. I'm just
Oh.
speaking my own way. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You know, that's it.
yeah.
I
Some
mean,
people just talk about, trauma and everything like that. It must be resonate with some, maybe it's necessary for some individuals, apparent individual, to just, I don't know, but it seems to be doing something in, I don't know. There's nothing real in a way, in that sense. There's no universal, maybe some people are so much baggage, they so feel isolated and they don't like and everything. Someone has, have to, I don't know. I don't know what it's that, but they need to heal. So
Yeah,
but
I call this perfection in action.
yes,
So
yes.
it's just what's happening, and it's
Because
everything. It's
when
everything.
it's earth, okay? It's not,
Yeah, of course.
cannot be put there because I'm earth, it's earth, it's all earth. And so there is no possibility or avoid, so nobody has to take care of that. It's already, yeah. So, but some people seems to be more, and they suffer, and I
well,
suffer, but I suffer now. I suffer when suffering occurs. Like it's not
yeah,
down.
It's full on suffering. It's full on
Yes.
suffering, and Ghislaine
Yeah.
is in a way not really there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
suffering for no one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well,
he
there's
is
Yes,
no
very
sufferer.
exactly.
You know, there's no
There's no room to put that down or in the body who I don't know. There's no room for that. It's just
yeah, Ghislaine, beautiful. In this directness of what is, there is simply no space to jump in.
no.
Just blah blah. But yeah, and that's why I love this. Let's call it the immediacy of what is. It's simple. It's simple.
Yes, it's too simple. It's really too
But
simple.
even this is, it's just blah blah. It's everything. It's the most complicated thing already.
Yeah, but
It's not
the
hidden.
mind cannot just say this is it. The mind. Michael just said, you said the mind. Yeah, but there's something that's thinking that's not it. So it needs to understand. It's not understandable. It's not understandable. It's all in all.
Yeah, beautiful, sweetheart. And the understanding of this is it too.
Pardon me?
The understanding of this, whatever
You
this
will
is.
never understand this. That's the beauty of it. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's so beautiful. It's just like, fuck off, you won't understand.
Well, I mean, you know, it's you know, there, of course there's understanding, you know, there's us understanding of language and understanding of you know, certain behaviors, you know, certain signs or whatever, you know, but there's no unseparated understanding anything. There's no understander, so to say. It's not, there's no you understanding anything. There's just,
And what do you want to understand from what is happening right now? It's not understandable. It's just this.
well,
You
yeah, but
cannot
yeah, at the
grasp.
same time, no is no. You understand what no means and yes means, right? So there's an
Yeah,
understanding.
but you reduce by your mind or by the thought. You reduce no is no, but all this, it's not reducible. It's not.
Well, can I ask Eileen, can I ask a question?
Yes,
When you say mind, what do you mean?
thoughts. The
Yeah.
stream of thoughts that take itself to be you and to know things and to know the world and to know people and to know thyself and to know nothing knows. But it's useful, but it takes all the place. This is here, this is the veil. This is what kills everything. It has to get out of what is and imagine what the fuck it is imagining about oneself or others and everything. It's this is the mess. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and at the same time, it's what it is. Call it mess, or
It's
call it.
it's a miracle too.
It's
It's
yeah,
a miracle
it's what it
too,
is. So
but it's
there is
bound.
there is no difference in this, and of course, just playing with words and ideas, concepts, apparent, not apparent, perfection already.
So I will read something. It was Albert. He was, you know, I'm not good in reading, so let's give it a try. Hey Sander, something I wrote in my notebook. The sun casts golden light over the ocean waves as they roll towards the shore, filling the salty air with the sound of crashing. As they meet the sun-warmed beach and retreat slowly over the smooth pebbles. All of this exists not as distinct entities, but as an unified whole. Overhead, the seagull cries out, adding its voice to the rhythm of nature's unity. And the feeling of me experiencing all this while standing on the shore is simply part of the ever-changing landscape of what is, just as obvious as someone reading these words. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. You know, it's just, I mean, you know, trying to make sense, you know, and trying to, in a Zoom meeting, talk about knowing and if it's existing or not, or if there's understanding or not, or what the hell this is or not, is already just simply this, you know, it's, this is it, you know, the trying to get it or to try to explain to each other how it can be seen or how it must be seen or how it's supposed to be seen or that there's nothing to see to begin with. All that is already just this. This is it. And you know this
But then the flow of aliveness is just speaking, it's just not constantly just this is it. So we can just sit and that's it. So I don't know. It's just speaking for no good reason. That's true. There's nothing to say. That's true too.
and at the same time there seems to be a lot of words dancing around, you know,
Yes.
and the liking of these words, you know, an innocent liking of the words. It's just body producing sounds, and those sounds are understood as words, as you know, and the meaning of the sounds is also just innocent, you know? It's just all innocence. The words, the understanding, the not understanding, the trying to grab it. It's just what's happening, so to say. There's no one separated from.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't. No, exactly. It doesn't change shit,
Yeah.
and not even does it change. Doesn't it change shit? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, being annoyed happens.
oh yeah,
Just
totally.
instantly, annoyance can just arise. Oh,
Yeah.
that person is annoying. Beautiful. That's it.
You know, and it's funny. You know, there seems to be so many ideas that that there is a certain type of state, and when it's reached, it's all flowers, and there's only love and peace, and
No.
but this here is just no, it can be nastiness and fuck you, the middle finger when somebody's cutting you off in traffic, you're not going to say, well, there's no him, there's no me. No, the finger goes up. Fuck you, or whatever. I mean, it's so innocent. It- It's just what's happening. Judgment. There's nothing wrong with judgment. Come on. There are people asking questions. Well, is there still judgment? I mean, come on. Let's get real. Of course, judgment. There's no separated one doing the judgment, but at least there's judgment. Judging if the tires are still good to drive with.
Mm.
Judging if the
Yeah.
ice is thick enough to stand on. There's nothing wrong with judging. Judging is just.
That's true. But with judgment, when there is strong personal self believed to be real, is a lot more annoyed and judgmental and dissatisfied than when this phantom ghost is 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 seen for what it is. Because some people apparently live in a lot of misery, and that's it too. No one's living in misery, but some ain't, is not. It's that's lovely, just to reconsider what's going on, apparently, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's nothing. No one's to. It's like ecology. It's like it's done all of this what we talk and everything. It's done like all by itself. It's nourishing itself in a certain way. It's not it's not for someone or other one. It's all what is, and it's so if this is a joy to talk about it. This is a joy up until there is no joy. I've been couple of months not wanting to hear anything about that. I was like just at the same place that you seems to be. I was annoyed by the message. That I was a bit annoyed, but
Yeah, you can. Sander tells the story, right, about your porridge, that you loved the Indian porridge for 3 years, couldn't get enough of it every morning. Favorite food. Go on vacation, take the Indian porridge, have it for breakfast. And the company sends you a year's free supply, and after 1 week,
No interest anymore to eat. It's the same.
yes, exactly.
It's the same with this interest to sit here with you guys. This the interest to talk and to chat, and to listen. It was innocent. There was no one behind it doing that interest. The interest, was just arising, and this interest probably will just stop at some point. Either the interest will stop, or this so-called physical system, will just stop,
Exactly.
and then the interest stops with it, so to say.
And it's beautiful. It's beautiful that it's happened without anyone's doing it. It's just happening, and then it goes wherever it wants to go.
Yes, beautiful.
Yeah,
You know, there is here. There's just an end. You know, whatever is happening will end,
of course.
but it
Yeah.
will not end for a separated someone. It will not, you know, it will not end for a separated you. But definitely, whatever is happening will just simply end.
You see, I don't know if I should talk about that in that meeting, but I've been 20 years with the 12-step program, and I loved it strongly. And it's just, it's not meaningful anymore. I
Yeah.
cannot just go back and say, well, maybe it would be, no, it's all about a personal will to improve with the help of another, you know, God and everything. So there is sadness here because I had lots of friends, and it's finished, it's over.
Yeah, beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, I cannot, you know, put water on it or something. I know it's dead. The green plant is just finished.
Beautiful, Julian. This is the freedom. This is exactly as it is.
This
That's
is
the
it.
freedom.
And
No matter
it's
what.
like a bit sad, but it's sad,
Yeah.
not sad. You
Yeah.
know, I cannot relate. I
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah.
It's
Full on
impossible.
sadness. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Doesn't mean that this doesn't help people to stop drinking. That's very good for that. But it's all a story now. And every time I'm hearing a step, I feel like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
So
Tony, sweetheart, I just wanted to ask you what's up there. Here we go.
I'm thinking that there's a big difference between all the other paths, so to speak, 12 steps or whatever. There are a lot of methods, but this is not a method.
no.
That's the thing. And it's because of this that the language is also important, because if you speak about consciousness, awareness, even knowledge, we know the knowledge encompasses knower and the known, but may be misleading. By saying this, wow, that's this, not more, not less, all encompasses. It may not be, it can't be misunderstood, because it is. Wow, no words, nothing to say, nothing to add, nothing. But at the same time, let's celebrate, let's be children, let's invent, let's cry, let's say, don't cry because you are not. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Everything is welcome. Even to be angry, to feel himself sarcastic and mean, everything is welcome. Everything.
Yeah, beautiful.
Because this is the realness of it.
No one behind. It's happening on its own. But
Yeah, it's funny, you know, there seems to be this all types of ideas that, you know, about so-called speakers, that they are in a certain way always happy, you know.
No.
But you know, and then there's an innocent wanting to be also this. I can tell you this here can be like a nasty motherfucker when it, you know, it can just simply arise. Yeah, totally not being nice, right? Just being pissed off.
And it's not a decision, it's just coming like that. Something triggered something, and
Yeah,
that's
also,
it.
you know, like serious, you know, buying a car and then getting old tires, and you know, 10-year-old tires, and then there's a serious talk with this guy, you know, I'm not going to say, well, nothing is happening, you know, I don't take it serious, so don't bother, you know, you can fool with me. No, there's just serious a conversation, very serious. You know, it's not about that nothing is serious, you know. Seriousness and not seriousness is just simply what's happening. You know, taking things very serious at some point may just happen.
Yeah. And this is a trait of character that you cannot avoid. This is there.
Oh, there's no
Nobody
need either
can
to
be.
avoid, yes.
Yeah, I can't help to look like I am Guylaine. I have some characteristic and I cannot do anything about it. That's you know. So there is no choice in that.
Even to trying to be Machiavellic, not spontaneous, happens innocently, spontaneously.
I I don't have this tendency, but I know that exists.
Who
Yes,
knows?
and when you see it, you know what I like about this. It's like when you encounter personality, you know, you see it as it is.
Yes.
You don't go in your mind just guessing, well, maybe I'm not okay, I should not think that about that. No, it's as it is.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful.
Yes.
There much clarity, kind of, apparently. So no, so that's yeah.
Yeah, and you know what
But
there's zero tolerance for before and after, you know. I just no,
yeah, I know.
here there's nothing on
Yeah.
offer. This is just people talking. You know,
Yes.
there's nothing on offer, and there's no before and after, you know. There's no,
Before and after is a story, always a story.
yeah, you know,
Yes,
when
that's
people,
true. That's true. But nevertheless, in the so-called continuity of the ear, this crumbling of the self made a huge difference. A huge difference. I don't try to improve. I don't try not, I don't second guess too much as I used to be and everything, you know, the system had like, there were never anyone here, but there was kind of a ghost inside that was believing to be real and should, and you know, all those things.
yes.
It's gone. It's
But
gone.
at the same time, there was no separated believer already, you know. There was no one.
No, it was a system with that, you know, like a program that was running, spinning on itself, like they
Yes,
say, you know.
yes,
And
beautiful.
then pew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can also be the program about self-guessing the whole time, or self-remorse or whatever. It's that program is as innocently as the absence of that program. You know,
Yes.
and it's not
But
some,
the program it was not comfortable, and it's like a flower that blooms, you know, it's difficult to grow, and then that feel a lot better than just feeling stress, you know.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
course.
I think it's not about me, it's about blooming. Nobody decide anything, but it's such a relief just to
Yeah.
kind of integrate that thing in, you know, in the system. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Ghislaine, because here was a very uncomfortableness no matter what,
Yeah.
regardless of the situation, a party, one-on-one, alone with a woman, whatever. In the
Yeah.
background was always uncomfortableness.
Yeah.
And so naturally there can be seeking for to make it go away. That's very natural.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you know,
No one's doing it, but it's like the flower is kind feel, you know, it's like the butterfly in this, it has to go out. The bird has to go out of the nest, and no matter what try to to fly. So it's a seeming process of like, ugh.
Yeah, it's it's as natural as not putting your hand on the heat stove, on the
Yes, exactly. And that is what is so wonderful about that. But there is nothing to grasp anymore. You cannot say, well, I will change from this belief system to this belief. There is no belief system anymore. There's nothing to grasp. This is the lost, kind of. There is no security in that, but it's not needed. So,
sometimes you hear people saying life is just a process, right? It's just
yeah.
things are dropping and things are rising, insecurities maybe seem to be there when in your 20s, and then in your 30s maybe something else, or no, or less insecurities. It's quite natural, everything. There's nothing special or fancy about you know being more secure, or or
Yeah.
not being insecure. It's just it's all naturally, organically, just simply
Yeah.
this. That's
Yes.
just the process. It has nothing to do with anyone already. This is just simply playing freely.
So even Sandra, to say, right, this is the kind of the beauty, so to say, of a meeting like this, is all of a sudden the nervousness going to the dentist, which
Yeah,
was so feared. Oh God, I hate this. Suddenly you come to a meeting like this and you're told, well, nervousness is this too.
Yes, of course, and it doesn't come bigger than just what it is. It's just
yeah. There's nothing special about being nervous or not.
no.
I mean,
It's just what's happening. Just like and the nervous can come and go. Nobody's doing it.
And no story comes to grab it. And I'm so nervous and everything. Know what? I have to go to the dentist. A big, big, big balloon of the separate self. It's not useful. It's not.
Well, right, because Guyleen, to me, is trying to deal with it. See it? There's something here that has to now. I hate this nervous feeling. How do I get? And it goes to work.
Yeah. Yes, 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 exactly.
Yeah, everyone can relate. Nervousness or whatever. At one point, or maybe Garrett. Ever been nervous? Tell us.
Have I been nervous, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm always nervous, even now, always nervous.
Yeah, beautiful.
My wife is never nervous, but she's always bad tempered. Temper is very high temper, but never nervous, if you know what I mean. You don't worry about anything, but it's very, very bad tempered.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive.
So you are nervous because she has a
Well,
bad
maybe
temper.
a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Sweetheart, Garrett, I love you.
Yeah.
So
Every time I hear these Zooms, they become more complicated than I thought. I thought after one or two goes at a Zoom, a meeting, I would have got it all in my
Yeah.
pocket by then.
Yeah, that's it. Garrett, that's it. Beautiful. Thinking that you should have gotten it after one or two Zooms, and now it seems more complicated, is it?
Yeah. It's so simple. It is it. You saying that you are nervous all the time or anything, it's it. It's life itself.
yes, yeah. Yesterday we had a beautiful talk with Chris. Chris is here, Chris, and is friend Blaine. And there was just an openness. Um, self-hatred was passing by and certain needs, it's just beautiful. Just what's happening, having certain needs and, not being, even when there's no separated me or you, not liking this or myself is this too. Either there's no one doing that, there's no one doing the liking or the not liking or doing the self-hatred or doing the irritation or the being nervous or the having it. There's no one owning a temper, or doing anything or owning anything. It's just what's happening, You don't have to hide it. It's just natural. So here there's a.
And this is the
Sorry,
beauty of
Glenn.
this message. This
Sorry?
is the beauty of this message, because we think that we have to understand something, we have to learn something, we have to get better at something. That's not it. It's all been done all by itself.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Oh, the
And
whole
in
bird thing, There was no one here, who was
no.
trolling out,
Ah,
doing the bird, the so-called birth of this physical system was already innocent, there was no one doing it, and at the same time it's just innocently collapsing. This body will just simply stop functioning. There's no one doing the functioning already. It's just functioning and it will stop functioning.
yes.
It's innocent from start to finish, so to say. And you can say, well, there is no start and there is no finish. Well, yeah, there is no
Yes.
start for you as a separated you, nor is there a finish for a separated you. But
Every night we finish as this. We
yeah,
finish every night.
the whole show, in
Problem.
boom. And then
Yep.
it starts innocently also. No one is saying I'm going to wake up in 10 minutes and then it's going to start. No, there's just eyes opening and then whatever, nervous, being happy, not happy, working, not working, just whatever is happening or not. It's already innocently, or no one, separated from this.
Yeah.
No one experienced his birth, so to say. I mean, can anyone tell how it was getting born? Probably not. Just just this. Chris, you want to say something? We're just looking.
Yeah, I thought I'd just sneak in, see if I could go unnoticed, but no, yeah, sorry I'm late, but I don't know, like I just I feel like, I guess I just want to be really honest. I think there's a lot that came up, has been coming up today, and it seems like that always happens whenever I get on a video chat or something with Jan and try and talk about this. It just feels like I can't even suffer right anymore. I can't even be a victim anymore. Like there's like a wall, like there's like I'm withdrawing from it all. I know there's just a separation from it, but at the same time, it still feels as though it's there, and it doesn't feel like it's completely gone. I don't know if this is just a story or what, but that's just how this has kind of felt. And yeah, I mean, it still fucking sucks. It's really hard. It's even frustrating to not even be able to really speak about this the way I want to speak about it. I mean, like it's just so frustrating that this is so difficult to communicate. It's just there's a lot of frustration, a lot of grief. I don't know why, but
May I ask you something, Chris?
Sure.
When you say that there's a lot of grief, how does that manifest?
You know, it's different. It's like it doesn't feel as personal, I guess, anymore, but it's just and very energetic, I guess. I don't know. You know, there's just kind of a it kind of feels like a withdrawal, like honestly, because I guess I'm comparing it to that because that's how because I just started because I quit smoking like four weeks ago.
Okay.
So like it feels like my body is just withdrawing from this sense of you know, all these identities that was once there that was, and it felt like all these identities were energizing this sense of a me, and now that energy has been cut off and that supply has been cut off. Yeah, I mean I don't know if that's the case or not. I mean that's just kind of what it feels like here. Like I've been cut off from everything that I've ever known, and you know, I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
I don't care about that much anymore. Nothing really mattered. Yeah, I mean there's you know, I mean it definitely beats, you know, how it felt before, but you know, it doesn't match up with what was longed for. I feel like it doesn't feel like liberation. It doesn't feel like freedom, full freedom. It doesn't feel like, yeah. And I'm just there's everything just being questioned. Everything.
Good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know, even this, even non-duality, even the speakers. It's just, you know, what I don't even.
Beautiful.
Even myself.
Yeah.
But quitting smoking has nothing to do with what is, but everything. But it's not easy.
No, and
It's
that
very
might be adding to
difficult.
it. That might be adding to it, yeah. Because I mean, I actually did really want a cigarette today.
Yeah.
You know, just because of the heightened ickiness, I guess.
Yes.
Today, but
It's very uncomfortable. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
So comfortable and comfortable has nothing to do with like you. It's just uncomfortable, and it's sometimes we could cry because we miss so much nicotine or everything. It is very normal. You may feel depressed just because of that too. Doesn't mean that you quitting, but it comes with it. It is what it is.
I mean, I don't describe this as depression, even though it kind of sounds that way.
But it sounds like that to me.
Like,
no?
What?
Well, it sounds depression here for me. You know, this is just what's coming out here. This sounds like there is a certain type of depression.
I call it confusion.
Confusion or whatever you want to call it. I mean, you know, and that's it. Depression, you know, is it too? Like Guylaine is saying, it has nothing to do with you. At the same time, it doesn't matter if it has to do with you or not. It's still just this.
Yes.
It's still there's just an innocent report there. Well, guys, you know, this is going on. You know, this is what's happening here, so to say.
Yeah.
I can sense their knowing a bit more, Chris. Because of chatting with you, there was this idea of specialness, right? This simply must be special. And I have the feeling that simply this illusion that this is here about you is in a way collapsing. And this feels, I guess, quite shitty, quite a loss.
I think you're spot on. Yeah, it is. It's a devastating loss. The idea of it all.
It's simply not about you.
I think my whole life here was about trying to be noticed, better than everyone. You know, competing against others.
With the rock climbing.
Yep, that too. and really, I think the only reason I got into this space, the only reason there was any interest at all in non-duality was because there was just, there was I mean, let's be honest, I feel like this is why everyone gets into this space. They're just tired of suffering.
Yeah.
And then and two, I feel also that, there was I just saw the destructiveness of it all too. The narcissism of it, and how it harmed so many others. And there was just a desire to not do that. Wanted, have that, and it just didn't feel right, didn't seem right. And so,
There is no others in the absolute. There is only nobody. There's no others. It's all, but Chris will be more Chris without the idea of being a Chris, a good Chris, a Chris, this is a bondage, the self-made thing that we think we are.
Yeah.
This is like you are a seed and you will come a flower, but not because you do anything, because life is just wanting to. Yeah.
Well, it's obvious why there was an apparent awfulness towards others here, because there was this belief that there was someone there that that deserved it, maybe, or that deserved, or that harmed me in some way, or and it's obvious that, once that is seen, that there's no one, there really never was anyone that freedom to just be with someone, to listen to someone, to comfort someone unconditionally, can be there. That's really what's longed for here, because it's been, I think it's been longed for my whole life, really, just to be able to know what that unconditionalness is.
Darlene.
Yeah, beautiful, Chris. Thanks for sharing. And this is unconditional. This speaking, this saying, this voicing. That's it. Unconditionally just this. What else?
Yeah.
Show me something else than this.
There's no there. There's no there. The me says, as soon as I get there, right, Chris? As soon as I get there, there's a sense of that, right? It's not this.
Yeah.
It'll be when it's there. Yeah.
When it's there, it's better.
Yeah. Well, see, I mean, there's still, I think there still seems like there's a place where, there's a place where this becomes confident that this is it, that this is,
beautiful.
that there's that this will become obvious, that it'll become undeniable, that this is just all there is. And I mean, there's been glimpses into that, but it doesn't remain. I guess it hasn't been seen clear enough, or I don't know. Like I keep thinking that maybe if I see it more clearly, it will remain. But it's already this. It never was anything outside of this. So it's just like I said, this is utter confusion right now. Like, this is what confusion looks like right here.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's it. Being confused and having all types of ideas and assumptions and conclusions about how it should feel, and only when I feel it, then it's just this. All that is just this already. The ideas, the beliefs, the longing, the trying to get it, the trying to hold it, the waiting, Oh, that is just simply this already. This is it. You know? Even
I
I
can
say that it's not this and that it's not really there. I'm not really there already is already just simply this.
I can totally relate with this confusion, Chris. Totally, totally. And yeah, full on confusion.
Yeah.
Simple, simple, simple.
Yeah, and confusion.
Nothing special.
Yeah, beautiful, Rosa. And I can relate too, Chris, you know, because confusion, which here was most of my life, looking around being confused. How do they do it?
Yeah.
And I noticed that confusion doesn't show up empty-handed. It shows up with there shouldn't be confusion.
Mm.
Mm.
It's,
And
it's
you're
always
not
something.
doing it. You're
It's
not doing it. It's not a lack about you, this confusion. It has something. It comes. It doesn't stay.
It's
It's
just falling
just
like rain.
yeah.
Confusion is just a rain, you know, it's just rain falling from the sky, and at a certain point, you know, the rain will end and the sun will start shining, and it has already nothing to do with you. Being utterly confused is just innocently like rain, like raindrops, you know, like a flower blooming, and then suddenly the flower stops blooming. It's just like the wind, what blows. Yeah, it's just confusion is just confusing. It has already nothing to do. And you know, the idea that this cannot be it because it doesn't feel like good. You know, it doesn't feel good. So how can this be it? You know, how can confusion be it? Only clarity can be it, and I'm not clear now, so I'm not there. All that is just simply this already.
Clearly confusion.
Yeah,
And
Plain and simple confusion. And it doesn't stay. So it is what it is. It's just like
and
everything
uh,
moves.
and Chris here is also the sense of like this character loves also sharing. When there is suffering or pain, it's shared. And there is a saying like shared suffering is half suffering, or shared joy is double joy. And in a way, this openness is a beautiful thing which plays out there. Like you are now sharing this with us, and it's beautiful because it's not special. You are not special. You know, there is nothing to hide, or it's what it is. It's confusion. Boom.
Yeah. And the idea, Chris, that it's my confusion, that can just fall away, so to say.
We are, all of us, we are absolutely confused.
Yes.
yeah, there's only confusion, I would say. You know, there's no one really confused. There's just confusion, and no one is owning it. No one is doing it. You
Yeah.
know, there's just simply confusion the whole time. Confusion, like clarity. You know, I would almost say appearing, but
And the very fact that there is confusion is simply what is. It's live, full on. It's a yes. There is no need to agree or disagree with this. It is. And this is the simplicity of seeing what is. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And this can be painful. Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing special, Chris.
yeah, nothing fancy about being confused. There's totally
No.
nothing special about being confused or the absent. You know, equally, not being confused is not fancy either. You know, it's not special to be not confused. Confused or the absence of confusion is just simply this. There's nothing special
Yeah.
about this, or it's all special. You know, it's let's say it's
There's
special.
already nobody.
Special.
Oh, sorry, brother.
No,
Yeah,
go.
there's already nobody separate to be confused or clear.
Yeah.
You know, here there's no clarity owned, Chris, so don't worry.
Be happy. La 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 la
There's
la
no
la
one
la.
owning any clarity, you know. I mean, what is clarity? What is clarity, so to say?
Hmm.
Judith, before we go, are you going to say a few words?
Yeah, Judith.
What to add to this? I'm just enjoying all these beautiful love songs. That's all.
Beautiful. A big smile. Nice.
Yeah,
Much love.
Much
thank you.
love.
What a beauty. I think we're going to round it up. Anyone wants to say something? Some whatever's coming up.
Yeah, sweetheart Xander.
Thank you, Xander.
Beautiful, yeah. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful
You.
for
Thank you.
what is coming out there always from Xander. And this openness, directness, stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank you for yesterday's meeting too. That was amazing. That was great. A lot of good stuff came out, I felt like. So
Beautiful.
Thanks for the
Thanks,
openness.
everybody.
You know, I like the openness. Everybody, thanks for the beautiful sharing and the directness. Chris, thank you. You know, it's beautiful to hear. You know, here there's a big appreciation for, you know, just what's happening, whatever. Being confused is this, you know. Thank you very much. Guylaine, Garrett, my man, looking sharp, Judith, Rosa, Tony, Michael, Chris, Maria, Albert, Don,
Soraya.
Soraya. Have a beautiful night or day or evening, whatever you are.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
yeah,
Bye-bye. Love ya.
Bye.
Love
have a
ya.
good week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.